Hi everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I just texted and messaged a bunch of folks, so I'm hoping they'll get on. I teased this video yesterday in my Forgiveness 101 Continued, and I'm so excited. I have to share it with you all. I'm so excited to share this with you. It's so much fun. Hello, Miss Jennifer. I'm going to give everybody just another second. I texted a bunch of people and I messaged a bunch of people. This is going to be so good. It's probably not going to be new to you, but I want to try it. And I can't wait to see if anybody else wants to try. Are you feeling any better, Miss Jennifer? While we give everybody just a second to hop on. Says there's 2 people on. Hello, whoever just joined. Say hello. Let me know you're here. Turn the volume off of my computer. Okay, so we're going to get started because I hate when people spend 5 minutes waiting for people to get on and everybody else can catch up. So I teased this yesterday in my Forgiveness 101 Continued. Jennifer says, yes, much better. Still the dry tickle cough, but other than that, good. I know, man. I know. I had that dry thing too for a long time. Jennifer Rippner, hello, hello. Okay, so yesterday I teased this activity that I'm so totally doing and I'm committing to for like weeks or months, and I want you to join me, and so I want to tell you all about it. So for those of you that don't know, I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction. So that's this theory that what we give our time, energy, and attention to expands. And so things are attracted to us, whatever we think about, whatever we spend our time doing, and that we can attract things much stronger, much more strongly when we also feel the exhilaration of whatever it is, the thing that we want to have. And so it seems to sort of exponentially attract what we want if we feel it while we want it, and we feel what that would feel like. Again, a simplified version, but hopefully that helps you understand the explanation. So there's this phrase that everybody throws around called manifesting. And in essence, that comes with the law of attraction. So you're manifesting what you want. And so I said, let's manifest money, right? Who doesn't want more money? And I'm not all into the money for money's sake. I'm into having money for what it will allow me to do and for how it's going to feel. Maybe relief about paying bills, or the excitement of going on a trip, or the excitement of like buying a handbag I've been looking at for a really long time, right? So it isn't about the money exactly, but it's about the life that you can build and the freedom that you have with your time and your energy. And so that's where manifesting comes from. And so there's this book called Ask and It Is Given, Learning to Manifest Your Desires. It's by Esther and Jerry Hicks. They are the leaders in Law of Attraction. And so they have a book called The Law of Attraction. This is a follow-up to that. But this is really interesting because this helps take the sort of theory of the Law of Attraction and bring it into like practical life. So there's like really practical things that you can do in here. And I was actually listening to this book in my car. I listen to a lot of books in the car. I love that. And, you know, I'm sort of in and out of like paying attention to the book. And when they said this one activity, I was like, I'm going straight home and I'm finding that activity in this book because I can't wait to do it. And I cannot wait to share it with any of you, all of you. And so it's called Process 5, The Prosperity Game. And the way they describe it, and I'm going to do it a little different, but I want you to hear the way they describe it. So what they want you to do is to take your like checkbook register. So that little, these pages that we get, those of us that are old school and still write checks, these pages that we have, and to, you know, deposit an amount in your bank account in this register. And so day 1 is $1,000, day 2 is $2,000, day 3 is $3,000, and so on. And then they want you to make a deposit in the check register for the amount, and then to write checks in this register for whatever you want up to that amount for that day. And so it might be like so your $1,000 day, maybe you write one check for $1,000, or maybe you write a whole slew of checks for some smaller amount, right? Well, when I heard them tell this, I thought, I'm going to go one better. I'm going to go one better. And so I actually found a picture of a fake check. Hopefully the FBI will not track me down. It was on Google. And I saved the picture and I put 3 of them on a page like this and printed them out. Okay. And so the way I envisioned it was I took the first check and I wrote it to myself. And if you'll notice here, I put from my ideal client. But here's what I'm thinking for any of us. We could write this from an ideal client or customer. We could write this from the universe. We could write this from a company. We could write it from somebody who owes us money. Like, it doesn't really matter where it comes from. You just have to put in there, like, what do you want? Where do you want the money to come from? So it might be for, like I said, from an ideal client. For me, it might be for a speaking gig or a teaching, training, motivational something or other, or for a consulting gig. Who knows? For you, whatever is going to fire you up and get you excited and help you manifest money from whoever you put up here. JMB says, oh, I think I've done this. I totally fell off the wagon. I actually have an Excel template that is specific for this activity. Oh, totally share it. And if you're okay, I'll share it with everybody else. But so anyway, I made these pages of checks. And so I wrote this first check out to Grounded Vision, and it's the first day I've done it. I literally put today's date on here and I put $1,000, right? And I wrote it out in its entirety and I signed it from my ideal client and that it's for life coaching. So again, I could put this from Coca-Cola for business consulting, right? I mean, like, dream, be excited, write a check to yourself from someone that excites you for something that excites you. And for the first day, do it for $1,000. And then you get to write the other check. So I wrote my first one to the Houston Area Business Alliance because it's a $50 membership for next year. And I wrote in the for column that it's for membership and I signed my name and I put today's date, right? And I did another one for a membership, another one for a networking group membership. I just joined Damsel in Defense, which I'm super excited to be selling their products. I wholeheartedly believe in that company, and given my personal and professional experience, it makes complete sense that I would want to empower women and men with products, tools to keep themselves protected. And so I wrote to Damsel in Defense for my membership there, and then I wrote to a printing company because I want to get new thank you cards and I want to get a new Grounded Vision sticker and business cards and a name tag. And then I wrote one for, you know, what I think my healthcare premium is going to be for a month, because I don't have health insurance right now and I would love to be able to manifest money to buy health insurance. And so this was what came to my mind today about what I would want to spend $1,000 on if I got paid $1,000 tomorrow. And for me, it was about the 3 F's, right? From, for, and feel it. So from, who do you want to receive money from? You write that it's from the universe if it doesn't matter. You write it from a certain client or a certain customer. You write it from somebody who owes you money. It doesn't matter. Whatever excites you about getting the money from, that's who it's from. And then for, so who would you write a check to if you suddenly had $1,000? And then think about it. Day 2, you're writing $2,000 worth of checks. And day 3, you're writing $3,000 worth of checks. And day 10, you're writing yourself a $10,000 check. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, think about how much you could dream and how exciting it would be when you write yourself a $10,000 check and then you get to write what you would spend $10,000 on, or $50,000, or $75,000, or $100,000, right? Right? I mean, that's the point, is that we get to dream and we get to get really, really clear about what we would spend all this money on as we're manifesting it. And I could imagine that we would all sit around and think, man, I know exactly what I'd spend $10,000 on, but I think it's probably harder than you think. And then when you get to 20,000, after you've already spent the 10,000, then you have 11 and 12 and 13, and then you get to 20,000. And like, what am I going to spend $20,000 on? Because it's going to feel really quickly like I bought everything, or I paid for everything, or I spent everything that I needed to spend. But then the point of it, right, is that you get excited as you write those checks that you would write if you made that money. And that excitement is the attraction for the universe. That's the law of attraction. That's what manifests stuff faster and stronger. You have to feel it. And so maybe you write a check and it's like total relief, right? Maybe one of the checks you write is to pay off your car or to pay off your house or to pay off your credit card. And maybe there's just this sense of like relief and this huge burden that comes off your shoulders. Or, you know, right now there's this Dooney and Burke bag that I am loving and drooling all over on QVC, but it's $500 and I could never imagine spending $500 on a purse. But like, when I get through these things that I feel like I would need to spend this money on, at some point I'm gonna be like, I don't know what I would write another check for, so I'm gonna write a check to QVC for the coolest Dooney and Burke bag I've ever seen, right? Because someday, maybe that won't be a big deal, right? Now, I can only imagine that there are people watching me right now saying that this is all BS. That this is entirely woo-woo and that they have zero interest. But here's what I would say to you. You're at no now. My very favorite phrase. You're at no now. And so if you never ever manifest this money, you're no worse off. But I can tell you, if I can spend 5 or 10 minutes a day pretending that I'm making this money and getting these checks and having the excitement and the relief of writing these checks to the things that I want, and better than that, the clarity of what I would buy and what I would do with the money when it comes in, not even if, when it comes in, what I would do with it, the clarity is so worth my 5 or 10 minutes every day. So worth my 5 or 10 minutes every single day. Okay? There's a couple people that just jumped on, so let me recap. I'm doing an exercise from this book, Ask It and Is Given, and they suggest that you write in your check register. Where did I go with my check register? Maybe, oh, here. They suggest that you write in your check register that you do a deposit on the first day for $1,000 and on the second day for $2,000 and on the third day for $3,000. And then you write. So you have a deposit for $1,000 and then you write all the checks, any checks, maybe it's 1 check or 10 checks or 50 checks, I don't know, to spend down that $1,000. And that you then feel what it feels like to receive that money and to spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. But I went one better, and I found an image of a check and I put 3 pictures on a page. And so this top one is my day one. And so I wrote a check to myself from my ideal client number 1. So then I can have ideal client 2 and 3 and 5 and 10 and 50, right? And then $1,000 in there. And it's from my ideal client, and this time it's for life coaching. And so I might write a check to myself tomorrow for business consulting for $2,000 or a speaking gig for $2,000, right? And so once you write yourself this check, then you get to write the checks from you for what you'd want to buy. And so I wrote on here, the Houston Area Business Alliance. It's $50 for the membership, sign my name and today's date. Okay? And so like I said, for me right now, I did some necessities. I chose to pay for memberships and my Damsel in Defense registration and to get thank you cards and Grand Vision stickers and name tags and more business cards and all that stuff, and health insurance. I wrote a check to pay what might be a premium for me for health insurance since I don't have health insurance. But like I said, the point of all of this is the 3 F's. Who do you want money from? Whether it's the universe or clients or customers. What would you spend the money for? What are those things that just pop in your head? Wouldn't it be nice if? Wouldn't it be nice if I had that great bag? Wouldn't it be nice if I could pay that bill or pay my debt? Wouldn't it be nice if I didn't have to worry about buying groceries this week? Or I could pay off my car, right? Like, you have to really get clear about what you would spend that money on, and then you have to take the time to feel it. And I hope you can feel like my passion and excitement about this, how much fun it was to like write myself a check for $1,000 and then get to even dream about what I would do with that $1,000. And tomorrow I get to write myself a check for $2,000 and decide what I would spend $2,000 on. And then the day after, $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000. And here's the thing, it's going to get harder and harder to figure out what you want to spend that money on, but it's going to get more and more freaking exciting every single day. And so I can imagine if I'm already like at an 8 right now, what day 10 is going to look like at $10,000. I can't wait. And if I'm this excited and this jazzed and this juiced up about what can happen here, that means I have that much better a chance at actually manifesting this money. And like I said, the incredible side effect of this is the clarity I'll get about how I want to spend my money, my values around money, what I think is important, what is of value to me. You can't put a price tag on that, ironically. right? You can't put a price tag on that. And so there's a whole bunch of people that have jumped on. I'd love while we're here for you to say, like, what are a couple things you would spend $1,000 on, or would use your first $1,000 toward, or what would you use your first $5,000 toward, right? And it's so easy to say debt, and that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. But like, get clearer than that. Would you buy the handbag? Would you pay for insurance? Would you make a car payment? Would you buy someone a gift? Would you buy extra groceries? Like, what is that thing or those things? What would you get? Maybe you've been eyeing this pair of shoes for a really long time, you know? I mean, and I'm pretty practical and I'm pretty conservative. And I was totally thinking, like, how cool would it be if I paid my entire cell phone off for the year in advance? Like, how nice would that be, first of all, just to not have like the tediousness of paying it every single month and to know it's just off the list. Heather says, make a credit card payment. Yes, yes. JMB says, I emailed you the document. Woohoo! If anybody else wants it, write on there that you want it and I will forward it to you. Jennifer Rippner says, a massage. How much fun would that be? Right? And even me, sometimes what I'll do if I have a little extra money is like I'll buy a gift card somewhere. So maybe I'll buy a gift card for Amazon. And maybe I don't spend all that gift card right now, but I have it. And so when there's a new book comes out or a new audiobook comes out, I get to go get it, right? So you could like buy a big gift card to a spa and then you get to go whenever you want. I love that idea. Mike says car issues. Yes, yes. The things that we put off and put off and put off because it doesn't feel urgent until it's completely urgent and we can't do it anymore. Jennifer Miracle Best, my first 1,000 would definitely go towards credit card debt. Yeah, I think that makes total sense. Sally Mae, oh my heavens, I think I'm $150,000 in debt to education services, Sally Mae, whoever has my loan right now. So I'm with you there. Jenny, ooh, I want to be able to donate money to Syrian refugee projects. Oh, I love that. I love that. And how much would every single one of our dollars do in a situation like that? Oh, Jennifer Miracle Best, new tires. Yes, who wants to spend their money on that? I hate spending my money on postage stamps. Maybe I would buy some postage stamps. Katie says, I would pay some toward our debt, car payments for sure, help pay for others' grocery bills, and pay for a vacation for my family. How awesome would that be? How awesome would that be that you would manifest, you know, who knows, $5,000 and put all your closest friends and family on a cruise? Or like a down payment on a vacation home. Or an extra car. I mean, like, the possibilities are freaking endless. The possibilities are freaking endless. It's like, okay. Y'all tell me, am I nuts? Or like, would this be so fun to do every day for a while? And so will you do it with me? Like, can we really commit? Can we really commit to at least 2 weeks, if not 30 days? Let's commit to at least 2 weeks, if not 30 days of doing this project. And then I want us to come on this page and share the money we're manifesting. Jennifer says, so fun, I'm in. Katie says, I want a cabin in the woods with a view. A view of what? You want to see more mountains and trees? You want to see some water? You want to see deer in nature? Get that clear about it. Get that excited and fired up about it, right? And then, like I said, what we have to do is come back on this page and start acknowledging the money that we're manifesting. So maybe it's gift cards, maybe it's discounts places, maybe it's actual money that people pay us, that they owed us, or that they hire us for something. Maybe it's that somebody says, hey, I have free tickets to this show this weekend. Why don't you come along with me, right? Because every bit of that is manifesting money. Every bit of it. Right? Everything you win, everything you're gifted, money that comes in, you know, who knows? Maybe the universe makes the federal government pay you back because there was some error in your taxes a decade ago, right? Like, it's not for us to figure out where the money's going to come from. It's to expect it. It's to expect it. And then let the universe figure that out. Jenny says, I can make a list a mile long. I'm so doing this. And share your lists. I would love to hear your lists. Nicole Kane Stover. I have to go back and listen to what we're doing, but if it's saving money, I need it. Sending kids to college in the fall. It's actually not saving money, it's manifesting money. So hopefully stay on with me. Stay with me, people, but I'll do a recap. So in this book, Ask It Is Given is a follow-up to the law of attraction. And so the law of attraction says what we give our time, energy, and attention to grows. So if we spend all our time worrying and thinking about negative crap, we get a whole lot more negative crap, right? But if we spend all of our time and energy thinking about really great things and really what we want in life, then we get more of what we want and we get more of how we feel when we want it, okay? And so this book has this activity in here called the Prosperity Game. And what they suggest is that you take your checkbook register and you make a deposit to yourself on the first day for $1,000, the second day for $2,000, the third day for $3,000, and on and on and on. But after the first day, you make a deposit in your bank account for $1,000. And then you write all the checks you would write. Maybe it's one check for something for $1,000, you know, a school loan payment or a credit card payment, and you do all of $1,000 there. Or maybe you write a bunch of checks. Well, I thought this was a little boring for me personally, so I went one farther and I found an image of a check. I said, hopefully the FBI will not come after me. But I found an image of a check and I put 3 of them on a page, 3 images. So you see this one I highlighted here? This one I highlighted is my very first day, today. And I wrote that it's from my ideal client, number 1. Number 1. So in the future, I can write ideal client number 2 and 3 and 7 and 10. But you might write this from somebody that owes you money. You might write it from the universe. You might write it from a company that you want to hire you. You might write it from the federal government. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever lights your fire, whatever gets you super excited to have money from them, you put it here, right? Then you write to yourself for $1,000 in today's date. Okay? From my ideal client. And this time it's for life coaching. So in the future, I might write that it's for a speaking engagement or a teaching thing or a consulting thing or whatever it is. Maybe someday down here I write just because Nikki's a damn nice person. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It's whatever lights me up. It's whatever lights you up. Then once you wrote this check for $1,000, you get to write whatever checks you want to spend that $1,000. And so I wrote a whole bunch of checks for memberships to things next year that I want to be involved in. And Christy and Vicki just jumped on. Hello. And I just signed up on Christy's Damsel in Defense team. And so I will, along with her and who knows, thousands, hundreds of thousands, I don't know, other people, be selling products and tools to help women and men empower themselves and keep them safe. So I put that on here for the $100 entry, right? Because I'd love to manifest that money back. I wrote a check to be able to get thank you cards and business cards and a sticker for my car and a name tag. And I wrote one to manifest money for my first health insurance premium because I don't have health insurance right now and I would love to be able to manifest that money. So what happens now is tomorrow I write myself a check for $2,000 from a different client or from Coca-Cola or from whoever I want to get money from, and I write it for $2,000 for whatever I'm saying I get that money for. Life coaching, consulting, couples coaching, whatever it is, right? And then, like I said, you have to remember the 3 Fs. These are my 3 Fs, not Esther and Jerry Hicks's 3 Fs. These are my 3 Fs. First, from. Who's it from? Who do you want to make money from? Who lights you up, right? 2, for. What is it for? What would you feel a complete sense of relief or exhilaration or excitement or passion to write a check for? And so this particular time, I wrote it for a bunch of needs and things that are just on my mind and are important to me right now. But at some point, I'm going to write it for that $500 Dooney and Burke bag that I'm drooling all over, but don't think it's ridiculous to spend $500 on a purse, right? But once I write my $1,000 check and then my $2,000 check and then my $3,000 check, I'd have had to figure out how to spend $6,000. And then I write my $4,000 check and I'd have had to figure out how to spend $10,000. And I promise you, this is going to get harder than you think. It sounds really fun now, and plenty of us have plenty of debt, and we think, well, it'll take X amount of $1,000 to pay off my car or my house or my school loans. Mike, you had to remind me about the school loans, didn't you? Oh, heavens. I'll be writing those checks for a really long time. Anyway, at some point, you're going to run out of things that light you up. Maybe I won't write checks to them because it doesn't light me up. But write the checks to yourself or for the things that light you up. And the best side effect of this, let's say we don't manifest a penny. Let's say this doesn't work in terms of manifesting us money. What you can't put a dollar figure toward is the clarity you got from figuring out exactly what you want and exactly what you would do with $100,000 when it comes. That is powerful stuff. That's powerful stuff. Because here's the thing. I can have 20 bucks in my pocket and in a few days it disappears because it went for fast food or a soda or stupid stuff that I don't have anything to show for it. This project helps me figure out what I really, really want from the world. What I really, really want for my life. It might help me figure out how I want to expand my business, how I want to support my family, whether it's important to me to put money in a retirement account rather than buying more stuff, whether, like Jen Yingling said, she wants to donate money and support children and causes and situations that are important. Absolutely, it teaches us our real priorities. It teaches you your real priorities. You get clear about what matters to you. So write the checks for the things that matter. Write the checks for the crap that is just fun and exhilarating. Ashley says, oh, I need this so much. I love it and we'll need to do this. And can you invite all your friends, right? So I've been doing these Facebook Lives. You all are telling me how much you love them, but we still have like, I don't know, 335 people on this page, which is okay. But like, we could have a ton more than that. And imagine, this is like the butterfly effect. This is like the ripple effect. Like if 10 or 15 of us right now can start doing this and really manifesting money in our lives, and we invite other people to do it and they're manifesting money in their lives, like how much happier and friggin' more excited and passionate are we all gonna be to live in this world? I don't know about you, but like right now, right before Christmas, people are feeling strapped. People are feeling broke. People are feeling strung out from this crazy year we've had of just heinous crimes across the country, a super weird election. Like, I think we need some positive mojo in our lives. And like I said, even if I don't manifest a penny, this is going to be so much freaking fun every single day, that first of all, that's worth my 5 or 7 or 10 minutes. And the clarity is going to be so worth this time and energy. Okay. So Ashley says she's totally going to do this. I think you should invite your mom too, Ashley. Nicole, definitely have enough stuff. Me too. I've sold all kinds of stuff. I am only now buying the things that I love. Jennifer Miracle Best. You have tons of viewers tonight, by the way. I know. So glad. So glad. So glad. So please, please, please invite your friends. I would love this to be a community where one of my favorite phrases is a rising tide lifts all boats. A rising tide lifts all boats. And so this network, this community we're creating is the tide, and every single one of us are the boats. And so how cool will it be if you share your list on this page about what you would spend your money on that you're going to manifest? And then to come back on the page and share with all of us when you do manifest that money. How awesome and exciting is that going to be? That's the butterfly effect. That's the ripple effect. That's the power of networking. That is the power of community. Doing it together. Doing it together. I don't know. Like I said, I might be crazy, but I'm on like a 9 out of 10 about the excitement for this and like the serious power that I think this can have for all of us in our lives moving forward, right? So I can't wait for tomorrow to come, and I can't wait to write myself a $2,000 check, and then a $3,000 check, and then a $4,000 check. And here's the thing I thought too, guys. I'm going to keep saving all of these that I write. I'm going to keep saving them. Because I think it'll help me see these trends. It'll help me see what's important to me, like Jen Yingling said. It'll help me know when that money comes in what I really do want to spend it on. And here's what I think is going to be the coolest part. I am going to have data, proof of how my dreams expand. I am going to be able to see how I started with a $50 check for this membership and a $50 check for that membership, or a $300 payment for health insurance. These things that I just need right now. And as these days go on, I'm going to get to watch myself dream on these checks. I'm going to watch my imagination grow. And if I'm this freaking fired up about writing a check to health insurance and for some memberships to things. How damn excited am I going to be to write a check for a trip to Hawaii or Australia? I've always wanted to see a live kangaroo. Or paying off my car, buying the Dooney and Burke bag. Hiring a staff, having an office. Like, you're going to get to watch yourself dream. I think that is so freaking cool. And if you're somebody that has a partner, if you have a family and children, get them in on this. Have them write their own checks or write these checks as a family. I'm going to write a blog actually for Mike, who's on here. Mike Bird has a page called The Merger. And so he blogs and works with teens and their parents about getting along better. And I'm going to write a blog about family goal setting for him right after Christmas. How cool would this freaking be to do this activity as a family? As a family. I bet you don't have any idea what your kids would spend their money on if they had the money to do it. And how awesome would it be for your entire family to be on the same page about this? To be on the same page, to be working towards the same goals. And here's the thing, I wonder if your kids wouldn't ask for less crap at the store and the toy store and the Walmart and the Target if they knew that they wanted their money to go to something bigger. How much more fun would your life be if you were shopping with your kids and you didn't hear, Mom, I want this, Mom, I want that, Mom, can I have this, Mom? Or you get to the, how many moms have I seen that they get to the register and stuff's coming out of the cart, they're like, I didn't put that in the cart. That's not coming home with us. If your kids had half a clue what you all wanted to do as a family vacation, a family vehicle, maybe it's a sports camp for one of your kids in the summer. If they knew they could be a part of manifesting that with you and experiencing the excitement of that for you, with you, for themselves, they'd buy in. They would buy in. How cool is that? I'm loving the thumbs up and the hearts. That's a real easy way to tell me if you love it or you hate it or you think I'm crazy. Right now I'm feeling a little crazy, but it's a really, really good kind of crazy. I can't wait to do this, and I sincerely hope you all will do it with me. JMB, you said you spent your first $1,000. What'd you spend it on? The car tires? Something a little more fun, maybe? Angela Aldeshell, how are you? You're going to have to go back and watch the video, but you can manifest money so that your son can play more ice hockey and you don't have to pay for it out of pocket. I know he loves his ice hockey. How cool would that be? Man. And listen, let me offer this up too. All the people in this watching right now, I know pretty well. If you can't come up with a list for yourself, you call me or you message me and I will help you write a list that fires you up. I will help you write a freaking list that fires you up because I want you as fired up as I am about this and the potential of this. I have goosebumps. The hair is standing on my head. Goosebumps are my GPS of the world. This is where we're going, people. And like I said, if you think this is too woo-woo and you don't want to get on the boat and you don't want to row with me in my direction, then don't. I'll be happy to manifest your money too. Listen. Here's the other thing that the law of attraction says is there is enough. There is enough for all of us. Enough money, enough clients, enough happiness, enough laughter, enough love, enough fun, enough things to do. And so I would love it if every single one of us manifested the shit out of this. And listen, I just want to sit back and cheer you all on. I want to sit back and celebrate with you when you pay off the car and you pay off the house and you get to take your kid on a fun vacation they've never gone to before. I want to cheer you on about that. I want to be there for that part of the journey. JMB, real estate class for Ethan, cleaning service to clean the house. That is a freaking good one. All of us get to hire Merry Maids for a few weeks or for forever. Awesome. I love that. Kitty condos for both groups of kitties. Baby gate to keep the kitties downstairs. And a manicure. Amen, sister. Like, I would seriously, if I had some of this money, like, buy a gift card for enough manicures for every 2 weeks for the year. and it's just done. It's just done. I don't ever have to think about it again. Like I said, paying my cell phone bill for the year. How nice would that be just to not have to like remember to pay the phone bill every month? It's just done. It's just done. So easy. So simple. So much fun. So much fun. So much fun. Whew. I'm tired. Worn myself out in this Facebook Live video. So excited. I'm so freaking excited about this. I hope you can tell. This is why I'm fairly effective as a motivational speaker. Oh, patting myself on the back. Let me get off my high horse. I would have also eventually buy gift cards to give out to homeless people I encounter asking for money. That's awesome. That's so awesome. See, again, clarifying values. Clarifying values. And what we know, right, is that when we give, we get. It's just true. When we give, we get. Here's the book again. Asking It Is Given. Esther and Jerry Hicks. They're the folks who wrote The Law of Attraction. Crazy good book. This one to me is a little better because it's so practical. Email me or message me if you want this template. I'm happy to send it to y'all if you want to give it a try. And Jennifer said she sent an Excel template, I think. So we could try that one too. Thank you all. Thank you for being here and for commenting. And I want to know. I want to know what you would spend that money on. I want to know what you want to manifest. And if you'll let me, if you'll invite me on the journey, I'll be your loudest cheerleader. I'll be your loudest frickin' cheerleader. Because here's the thing. I want to be part of the tide. The rising tide. That's part of my legacy, right? I want to be part of the rising tide that lifts all the boats. So, hopefully you'll join me being part of the rising tide and one of the boats. Jennifer says, yes, it actually does the math for you. That could be pretty fun. Listen, I'm happy to do some adding and subtracting to $10,000 or $100,000 or $1 million, right? Like, this is so good. This is so powerful. I can't even wait. I can't even wait. So, let me know here. A couple of you said you're totally in. I want to hold you accountable to that. If you decide that you want to be in, let me know, and then I could check in with you and see how it's going. Today, write yourself a check for $1,000. Let's all get started on the same day. Write yourself a check for $1,000 today. And then write the list of the things you would spend it on. Write the checks to use that $1,000. And then tomorrow, we'll write a $2,000 check. Holy cow. There's so many things happening on my phone. Oh, they just keep coming. Tomorrow, we'll write a $2,000 check. And then we'll be super excited and relieved at all the things we can buy and do and pay off for $2,000. And then the next day, we'll do $3,000. And then the day after that, we'll do $4,000. Maybe you can post your purchases on the Grounded Vision page. I would so love that. Nikki, I would love the template, please. This girl has some Christmas debt and some goals to achieve. Amen. That's what I said. Everybody feels really strapped right now, right? And unfortunately, there are not many of us in the world, in the country, without debt. And I don't even just mean like house or car debt, like credit card debt, like expensive debt that is not helping us. So I'm with you. I'm with you. And like I said, every dollar we can manifest, every free set of tickets, every gift card, every gift. No harm or foul in any of that. And it's all completely freaking fun. It's all fun. So when we disconnect, hang up from the Facebook Live tonight, please, please, please share this video with the people that you love and the people that you think might enjoy this, and have them join our journey. Have them join this page. Have them join this discussion. Because here's the thing, if we're all doing it and we're having a blast doing it, then we're going to do it better. Then we're going to do it better. And there were some freaking great ideas here in all of your comments, some incredible ideas that I probably wouldn't have thought of. And so even all of us sharing our ideas about what we would use the money for is going to be really, really, really helpful for all of us. So I'm so glad you all tuned in. I hope that you do this with me. Think about who would you want to manifest money from? The universe? Someone else? A company? What would you manifest the money for? Because they think you're wonderful? Or because you did a service for them? Because they owe you money? First day is $1,000. Every day after that, you increase $1,000. Tomorrow we'll write it for $2,000. Then you get to write the checks and how you would spend the money. And then, like I said, my suggestion is that we keep the checks. And we get to actually watch ourselves dream. Watch that dream. Watch that inspiration. Watch that imagination just grow and grow and grow. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're in this together. So thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, make sure you share the video or tag other people in the video. Get them on the bus with us to do the prosperity game. There isn't a person here doesn't want to be more prosperous in 2017. Isn't a person here. Thanks, Liz. This was my kind of, sort of, I didn't want to dress up for Women in Business today, so I wore a little swanky shirt for our Christmas ornament exchange. But I have jeans on. Listen, I work for myself. I don't have to wear a suit ever again if I don't want to. It's the way it rolls. All right, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. I love you all. I love you. All of us. Let's be the rising tide that lifts all the boats. And let's manifest some freaking money already. Manifest some money! Okay. Send me a private message later if you think I lost my mind. That's perfectly okay. Money makes me crazy. All right, folks. Sign on the page. What are you going to spend your $1,000 on today? What are you going to spend your $2,000 on tomorrow? Share your ideas. Let's all join in together. I will talk to you soon. Until then, have a good night.